Hey, this is Ish, and in today's talk, I'll be going over why many men can struggle in their dating lives after embarking on a journey of meditation and spirituality. And I'll talk to you first about my own journey and what I've noticed from embodying a lot of what we can call extreme masculine traits to then going the exact opposite direction and embodying a lot of extreme feminine traits and how that affected my dating experiences. And this is also a pattern that I've noticed in a lot of other guys as well, something they've commented on. So I'll talk to you a bit more about the journey and then some practical tips you can also take on as well if you're a man watching this. So I'll first rewind and talk to you a bit about my journey before starting yoga and getting into yoga. So around 17 or 18, I probably describe myself as uh, really cocky, overconfident, boisterous, sensation seeking, rebellious, defiant, very competitive. I was also into traditionally masculine hobbies like martial arts and fighting and getting in trouble, drinking a lot, just being very chaotic. And it was through the practice of yoga and getting into meditation that I started to turn my attention from an outward focus, which is associated with yang energy or masculine energy, to bring it inwards and being more reflective, which is indicative of the spiritual traditions and yin energy, where you are looking inwards, exploring, the inner body, inner feelings, reflecting more, journaling more, getting in touch with subtle currents of energy. So you're becoming more intuitive, as opposed to being very factual, concrete in the world all around you. And I like to first say that there's gifts for both. So I don't want to demonize one energy over the other because both are very valuable. And I'll touch upon how to integrate both. But when I started to really take my meditation practice more seriously, starting to meditate for hours a day, I started to become very inward focused. And also, superficially, I also grew my hair out very long. My voice also became very softer. I don't know why that happened, but during that time period, that did happen. You can check out my old videos from 2016 or 2017 to see that shift in, I guess, my demeanor and posture.
Another thing is that lavender is really good for insomnia, anxiety, and depression. So, studies have shown that just the fragrance alone helps soothe the nervous system. So, I personally drink a cup of lavender tea in the evening before I go to bed. And on the days that I actually have a hard time sleeping, I'll apply a little bit of essential oils on my body, and the aroma will actually calm me down, and that'll really help me fall asleep.
Basically, in my experience, I went from the extreme pole of masculine energy, of occupying that energy, even the shadow aspects and some not so good parts of it, to then going to the extreme feminine energy and also some of the negative things that can also come from being too much in the feminine energy, such as stagnation, or being trapped by your emotions, and not having the life direction or forward moving energy that masculine energy brings. So, as a result of becoming very receptive, very intuitive, very inward focused, and then losing the masculine qualities, this can actually affect your dating life as a man, especially if you are attracted to what we call more feminine partners. Now, what I noticed during this period when I was really taking my meditation practice seriously and being more yin focused was that a lot of women saw me as a friend, but they lacked that attraction that I once had prior to starting my meditation and yoga practice. Well, why is that? Because one thing about attraction is that for attraction to happen, there is a certain magnetism of two poles. So, what we can call masculine energy and feminine energy. And these two are like magnets, where if a person's occupying strong, directional, forward moving energy of strength, of power, of uh, confidence, this will attract another person that is embodying a lot of feminine energy, such as receptivity of being expressive, of being soft, of being nurturing, and these two uh, qualities are attracted to each other. So this is just basic attraction and polarity. Now, what happened was I started occupying a lot of my feminine energy, and I started to attract a lot of masculine energy partners. Now, why did my occupying the feminine energy cause a lot loss of attraction in feminine partners? Well, one of the reasons why is because the feminine wants grounding and safety and protection from the masculine partner. And when you lose these qualities within yourself, the feminine doesn't feel safe with you. So this is why a lot of women will see you as a friend, but not see that attraction because you've lost your strength, your direction, and your guidance, which is what made you attractive as a man. So because when you focus on meditation a lot, you lose your ambition in the world, or you can at least. You lose your strength. Maybe you stop focusing on the physical body and you look inwards. And this definitely happened to me. I was, bodybuilding like six times a week. I was lifting a lot, working out, doing martial arts, all that stuff. And then I stopped doing all that. I stopped eating as much and I started to meditate more. And I lost that physical strength, but also that emotional strength as well. And that can also tend to happen, a lot of men, where they become so reflective and so emotional that they lose their emotional composure. Now, what I eventually found was there is a way to have both sides. So have the gifts that come with reflection of looking inwards, of receptivity, the yin energy, and you can actually combine that and bring back the masculine energy. And that's what happened in my path, where at first, like I mentioned, I was very outward focused, yang energy. Then I went inward, the yoga, lifestyle meditation, looking inwards, forgot about my purpose. And then I came back to a place where I integrated both. So I still had this flavor of going after my goals, being assertive, of going after what I want, but it's come from a new place that is imbued with sensitivity or openness. And I think this is a really great place to be because you can combine both the gifts of the feminine and also the strong masculine to push ahead, and also provide the very grounding qualities of masculine energy, such as encouragement, of guidance, of teaching others, of lifting other people up, of strength, of protection. So these are all very good qualities of the masculine, and I don't think these things should be gotten rid of on your path. And when you do this, you'll also find that you also gain more tools in your toolbox, different ways you can guide others, because then you can switch from being very intuitive and getting those gifts associated with that, and then also the forward moving energy or masculine energy. And that is also very powerful. Ideally, on your journey, you take the balanced aspects of both, because what I noticed in my journey, like I mentioned earlier, is that you can also experience the negative extreme aspects of both, or the shadow sides. So for the masculine energy, that could look like being very callous or being rude or just being very unkind and unempathetic, being very domineering, very forceful, because masculine energy is that forward moving energy. But you can also have too much feminine energy, yin energy. You become very stagnant in life. You become over emotional. You lack direction. You can't persevere. You give up really easily. You're affected by the world all around you. You don't have the force of will to push ahead. So it is a balance and a journey, but I'll leave you with some practical tips on getting back that masculine energy. So a few things you can do is to start to pay attention to your physical body more again. So start exercising, working out, getting in touch with that physicality aspect of yourself. Next thing is to do more emptiness meditation practices where you're not focusing as much on the content of things, so things like the subtle energy channels and things changing, but more of the unchanging aspects of your practice. The next thing is to get in touch with your mission. What is your purpose for being alive? What gifts do you have in you that you can share to other people? And actually take on the masculine qualities of leadership, guiding others. Anyone can do it. You can do it. So think about what you can instruct and teach others. How can you learn? How can you grow? How can you also lift other people up in the process? Now, what you find when you do this, you will start to regain the attraction you once lost from your feminine partners, but you come back from a nice balanced place, which is very powerful. And you will be able to use your gifts in the world for good. So, if you found this helpful.